asem we eya asem a ebi si ewo oman mu da oman mpanifo ni bi efiri enkran ekopie mu oboase akodi dwuma e de asom oman Ghana yanti asempa eye helicopter o mutim no akonya nkwanhia ma nipa ewo helicopter no omunyina efiri atiazefo asase so aha aye 24/7 gospel center na no first time aye besrew no subscribe no me abel say dey be ya next content no ya de ba osu benya bi ahwe asem no esi ye no eye eyewitness wo ho aba ba kire asem nim de esi ye ene de wona wo no ete ye omukopie so no se de esi no esi eye
but okoye no den esi ye and na no pay
na pay ye bo be 9:30 to 10 ti ye wa fumudo ne ti se penu eba like penu say sound na eba no ti that's like person de bandum say BBS ti mi ka ti mi nyam say ye nhwe be penu be ko ti udin be tan mi say pena crash of the cinema na mi ka ti mi nyam say no pena crash no te be ya ye mfefi na mu say be nyangofo bi akanya ho na ya start say ya ko di achira ti o be within 5 they say boys be the motor baby say o motor be crash ti be say on boy netum go hwe ti ene etenwu fam be within be 2 hours in hu no ti egusu ehwehwa ti ko forest be deep forest ti ko say ase baby ya PTS no e bia betuma ye ho a ti ampampa ye kwa na ehun say ehun say ampanso ko ehun say motor no ne head no ebubu from wa ti ko ye no say emunu de emunu nash baba ko pe mu say na da ho but mo tu really npa be 5 no be we da no o da jam but ba ko pe de we da nchem and we dey do say npa 5 ne de match be ba ko be now dey on chance for.
So as you can see in your shots, that's the Kumasi Mayor Ken Zuba. He is also trying to go into the forest to ascertain circumstances over there, what really happened in the forest. We'll also be going there to give you our feedback. Continue. Then ana then see oko nipa saying dodo saying ana edahona normal body na shekra na den.
Yeah, me ko eno ma otuzo ma shekra na de. Ba ko pe na wa zumi se on de da enchen be bi gakwa. Ba ma kan de muja omugudja nim amu nesh. Because want me fashion no because forest no anodin. Na be forest no be Adansi no bibia nu abetumi adaye. Ti be du be yen say the netie edutu from me ko na sikan gete edutu from the netie edudum dan kala ansa na ehu nipa say nipa be 5 pi na ahika ho ezadi problem e ozia yeah
ti mo ko ne bibia mo hu bibia
nu bibia yeah bibia
nti ye kano say incident ni see no then na mutimi call inside one kasa call ye no then na mutimi ye boa omo de ejije omo and then kra na mo ye mutimi call understand say quite far from here say then na mutimi call
yeah let me can say ye won say ye noise no because you don't do this baby a crash e forest nim bula because ten crash no ye mi share say I don't know muto pain na crash because o he noise na ya na ko ma mo fie kura ate say noise bi asi ne na ye wa fom kwa ye ben ho de ne say o say tumi de following one de kura yes and guys ne buy na o first ne so about guys ne me do so no ne say ne na de ko hwe ti yeah ti e actually more than 2 hours 3 hours and say
you spent 3 hours 2 hours before finding
yes bizarre bachan yeah
okay yeah what should I say odi near there
okay,
sure. And so that's an eyewitness giving us an account of what really happened with regards to this incident. A helicopter, we understand, has crashed in the Bofriedu forest, and unfortunately, our reports are confirming that the Environmental Minister and Defense Minister, Dr. Omane Boama, and also Mutala Mohammed, and 6 other persons have been confirmed dead in a crash here at the Bofriedu forest in the Adansi Crash district of the Ashanti region. And as you rightly heard, the account, the eyewitness account, it took at least 3 hours for them to get into the forest. I must say that it's quite far. It's a deep forest and it might be difficult for us to go into, but we'll bring you more pictures from the incident, what really happened. But I have this man who is part of the national security and we want to know, what have you gathered so far?
Okay, I got a missed call from my intel officer and I called back. He said there have been a plane crash in Bofosi Kamai, and I've sent him. He sent me pictures and he testified that there have been a plane crash and those crew on board are not alive. That's what he told me.
Okay. So what time did you get here?
Around 10:30, 11.
Okay. But have you been able to retrieve the body so far?
No. There have been a backup there, so they are going there to retrieve the body. They are now going there to retrieve the body.
Okay. All right, sure. Thank you. And so there are frantic efforts underway to really retrieve the bodies that were crushed. We understand that these bodies have been charred from the eyewitness accounts. Just one of them had their hands. You could see a body of it, but the rest of them was charred in this particular incident. So frantic efforts are underway, and we have an ambulance around to help in getting the bodies from the forest. It's been almost 2 hours, even since the Ashanti Regional Minister himself and some government officials went into the forest to retrieve the body, and yet still they have not returned from this incident. We have the National Security Council at present, dignitaries from the Responsible Community Mining Program who were all there have also come here to pitch camp to ensure that we can retrieve the bodies of these persons who have been confirmed dead, as we have reported. The Environmental Minister and also the Defense Minister have been confirmed dead in this helicopter crash that has happened at Bofuyedu in the Adansi Crash district. We'll engage more with the residents over here and find out what the frantic efforts, even the government officials themselves, whether they've been able to retrieve the body. We'll speak with the Deputy Security Council, National Security Council, Tapsoba, to speak with him whether they have been able to retrieve the body. So, Evans, this is what is currently happening in the community. In fact, for the residents, this is unprecedented, and it's something that they have not witnessed before, that just this morning a helicopter will crash into the forest. And so a lot of them, they were supposed to go for farming, but unfortunately, because the incident has happened, and most of them are back home trying to gauge around and gauge the mood. It's quite a solemn mood, I must confirm, here at Bofuyedu Sikaman in the Adansi Asokwa district. So, Evans, this is what we can report from the scene.
Here with us, and I know because you have the deputy
the regional security
coordinator there, we can get a fair bit more from him. And the minister himself had left to try and supervise what is going to happen. And what you see on your screens there is all that we know. We are in the community for you. We are Jubilee for you. And Maxwell has been doing a few more interviews, getting us a bit more clarity, but also getting reactions from Jubilee House itself at the seat of government. And we'll get that for you also as in the course of this developing story. You see in your top left corner on your screen there the first images and footage from the forest where the helicopter crashed. The smoldering of flames of the helicopter is what you see there. Shots taken by some of the residents who had rushed to the scene in an attempt to try and save lives. As we know now, that obviously turned out to be a fatal one, claiming the lives of the Defense Minister and Environment Minister. You see their pictures there in your shot on screen. But this is something that is coming on the day when the government was making a major move to deal with the illegal mining menace. And to think that the first major attempt to launch a major initiative to deal with this had claimed the lives of the Defense and Interior, the Defense Minister, and also the Environment Minister. And Elton, is something that Maxwell said that is pretty chilling. That the president himself was billed to be at this particular event. Right. And there's every possibility that he possibly would have also been on this particular helicopter flight to the venue of this event. He was advertised to be there. it was his picture and that of the
Lands
Lands and
Minister.
Natural Resources Minister that was advertised that he was going to lead this. And Maxwell tells us that there was a clash. There was another event in the central region that made it impossible for him to move. And so Omane Boama and Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed took the lead to go to the site, and he didn't go. And that obviously sends chills down your spine when you hear that particular story. It's not surprising that it was the Chief of Staff who addressed the nation to break the news that we've lost the Defense Minister and Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed. But it's a fair expectation to see that the President may be later today, may address the country himself. Our condolences, obviously, to the families of the bereaved. But what we need to do as journalists is try and help you understand this great moment of grief, what has happened, but also to get clarity from government as to how they plan to move forward on the back of this terrible incident in Obuasi, in the thick forest there in Sikaman. And if you're just joining us right now, a total of 8 people.
8 individuals, 3 military officers and 5 civilians.
Exactly.
Put into certain cabinet ministers.
Cabinet ministers, and this is the defense minister we're talking about, and environment minister who are passed. And Elting, I must say this. It was just 2 days ago. I was talking to Omane Boama, and I spoken to him. Why? Because I was trying to convince him to allow us to embed with the military that the president had deployed to Boku. And I was convincing him about it because I thought for transparency, it would be good to have a reporter with a camera with a team. We see that happen elsewhere in the world where the military is deployed and you have a journalist with them covering what they are doing. It's such a major operation like that. It would have been useful to have it. And I was talking to him about it. He seemed very open about the idea. And you will notice, Elting, that we subsequently, last few days, we've seen that the military have been speaking.
Right.
We have the military spokesperson who has been talking to us. He wanted to bring transparency to the military. He didn't want the military to be a closed book. And he had given the instructions for the military to engage on what they were doing. And I remember him calling me subsequent to my call to him. This is just two days ago, when we had the military spokesperson on our network talking. He called me agitated that we are asking too many questions of her because, again, he also wanted to balance the information just enough. And there's a lot more that we can talk about.
Abrantie yi echirechire mu wie no ene nipa wo gina President John Dramani anam eso ba abonte ebe chirem die asie.
Who is with us here and the government of Ghana. I have the unpleasant duty, sadly, to announce a national tragedy involving the crash of a military helicopter this morning around the Adansi area in Ashanti region. Government regrets to announce the demise of the following persons in the tragic crash. Dr. Edward Kofi Omane Boama, Minister for Defense. Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, MP, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. Alhaji Muniru Mohammed Lemuna, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator and former Minister for Food and Agriculture. Dr. Samuel Sapon, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress. And Mr. Samuel Abuaji, a former parliamentary candidate. Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Manin Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah. And government extends our condolences and sympathies to the families of our comrades and the servicemen who died in service to the country. All flags are to fly at half-mast until further notice.
I 24/7 Gossip Center. Which is the first time. You best no subscribe. We said your next content also obey first person obey be. Mabuto. Bye bye.